Let's move on now to main topic number 4. And our fourth main topic today is submitted to us by Walter Freend, who writes, "Greetings all. I just read an interview with Kevin Feige where they asked him about a possible Black Panther 2, and he basically confirmed that work on the film has already begun. If that's the case, then why hasn't there been any news about it or any official announcements about it yet? Do they really not believe in the Black Panther franchise? Thanks." All right. Well, thanks a lot for the message, Walter. And it's a fair question, but I do want to put it in context. You're asking if they don't believe in the franchise that they just got nominated for Best Picture with at the Academy Awards and made $1.3 billion on. So let's jump ahead. They believe in the Black Panther franchise. Don't worry about that. They totally believe in the Black Panther franchise. Now, for those of you who don't know what Walter's talking about, I believe it was for BET. Kevin Feige was being interviewed, and the topic of Black Panther came up. Number one, talking about, is this thing really going to happen? And number two, they addressed the rumors that we were going to see Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger return, because those rumors are going around that he's coming back. How? I'm not sure, but it's the Marvel fake death universe, everybody. Who cares? So at some point, talking about whether they're bringing out, this is what Kevin Feige had to say. Kevin Feige said the following: pure rumor. The honest answer to that is that it is pure rumor and speculation. Because Mr. Coogler, that's Ryan Coogler, the director of the first Black Panther, Mr. Coogler is just only in recent weeks sitting down at his keyboard and beginning to outline the movie. It's early, so nothing is set yet in any way that far, because Mr. Coogler is sitting down and will share it with Black Panther producer Nate Moore and myself in coming weeks. Okay. So once again, that fear line is pure rumor. Honest answer to that is pure rumor and speculation. Couple things I want to point out here. Number one, you were asking, does this sort of mean, why aren't they making official announcements? The work on the movie's already begun. Why haven't they made announcements about it? Because of this. There is a difference between doing prep work on a movie and when the cameras start to roll. Those are two very, very different things. Thousands of movies, I would almost suggest every single year, that get to the, it's been commissioned to start writing the screenplay, never make it to the screen. This is nothing new. Normally when the announcements get made, Rob, it's when the cameras start rolling. Production has begun. Production has not begun on Black Panther. Ryan Coogler's just sat down and started to write the outline that he's then got to give to Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige's got to approve it or give his notes on it, then it's got to go back through. So it's very, very early in the pre-process of everything. This isn't an idea or a notion of a situation where production has begun. So there's that. But Rob, I did find something very interesting here. When asked about the Killmonger returning thing, let's take a look again at Kevin Feige's words. Pure rumor. The honest answer to that is that it's pure rumor and speculation. He didn't say no. I mean, maybe I'm nitpicking here a little bit, granted, but that to me sounds like a very political, safe way to avoid the question. What about this rumor? Is Killmonger coming back? That's pure rumor and speculation. Yes or no, Kevin? Is Killmonger coming back? You notice he didn't say no, which of course he's too smart. He's not going to tell us yes or no at this point. But I just thought it was very interesting that Feige, who's becoming even more savvy at this PR game as the more experience he's got, he gives an answer like that basically wasn't an answer at all. Rob, let me ask you this. With them working on Black Panther 2, we all knew a second Black Panther was coming. But do you think they might actually take that step, despite how great his death scene was, but realizing just how popular and beloved Killmonger as a villain was, played by Michael B. Jordan? Do you think there's any chance they might actually bring him back for Black Panther 2, or do you think that's much ado about nothing right now?
Well, I think there's always a chance. I mean, you're dealing with superheroes, right? And supervillains. You never know. I mean, look, what they want to do is they want to make a good movie that's going to make money, and that's going to be a movie that people really want to get out and see. And if you bring Killmonger back, it's something that people are going to respond to. But as with everything, they've got to have great characters and a great story. That's first and foremost, because if they don't, it doesn't matter who you bring back, the movie's going to disappoint unless it's got great characters and a great story, like all movies do. And, people asking, movies are in development all the time. Studios are constantly, they have meetings with writers every single day. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe is different in that they've now got 23 movies. I presume Spider-Man's going to be a hit. So they've had 23 movies. They are developing their next 10 years of movies already. Now, when they get to the point where they're actually going to start spending money, when something goes into active pre-production, they've got development costs. They've got money to pay artists, to pay people to come up with designs for things they might want to use. But when you actually greenlight a film, that's when the faucet gets turned on, and that's when it gets official. That's when actors get their contracts signed. That's when not just actors, but the entire crew. And these movies, they're above the line people. They're cinematographer, their editor, their designers, their costume designers. These are all people that are booked way in advance. So when they're ready to go, you'll hear about it. But know that these things are in active development all the time.
Right. Aaron, you're hearing these types of comments and you read the question. How would you respond to this?
No, I completely agree. And similarly, when you hear about an actor is in talks, it doesn't even necessarily mean that that's going to happen.
Right.
There's plenty of actors that are in talks, but, maybe they're offering, maybe they're looking at the schedules, maybe the actor's asking for more money than they want to pay. There's a million different factors that can go into it. And also, as we have seen many times, when something kind of comes out the gate a little too soon, and then it takes a little longer than fans think it should for them to have an update, then fans start thinking that there's a problem where there is no problem.
Right.
Oh my gosh, we heard this announced a year ago. Why haven't they started production yet? Well, because that's how long it takes. But I will say, as soon as I saw Killmonger die, I said, no, this isn't going to work for me. He's got to come back in the sequel. And as much as I really feel for Michael B. Jordan having to sit in the makeup chair and then put all of those prosthetic dots all over his chest, I'm really going to need him to be shirtless again. I'm going to need that. I need that.
And look, as somebody who's worked not just in some film, but in a lot of television yourself, like you can probably speak to the whole thing that a lot of things get developed.
Oh, yeah.
That never actually end up, getting onto the screen, right?
100%. I mean, every year it's pilot season. People say, oh, well, I'm doing this pilot. Well, that's great. And you can go and you can shoot it for a month and they spend millions of dollars on it and dedicate an entire portion of your life to it. And then all of a sudden, if it doesn't get picked up, no one ever gets to see it. It doesn't even make it to air. And then that's only for the lucky pilots that even get shot. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you're not going to ever see, because hopefully only the best gets made. And only the best gets seen.
You once told me this thing that I will never forget, and I still remember the way you say it. And I might be getting some of the wording wrong here, but like you were talking about how whenever you get put into a pilot, like hope springs eternal, and say, yeah, the moment I find out I land a pilot, I'm standing in the mirror the next morning rehearsing my Emmy acceptance speech.
100%. No, at the audition. I'm driving to the audition and I'm reciting my speech. Oh yeah, it's a problem.
Anyway, guys, what do you make of Kevin Feige's comments here? First of all, are you surprised that they didn't make a bigger announcement about them developing it? Clearly, I don't think that's a big deal, but do you think maybe they will come out and put Killmonger back in this series? Jump down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.